What's up, guys? Today we're going to show you how to turn around a conversation where the girl is completely flaking on you last minute, and also you're going to see how to smoothly sexualize the conversation. We're going to do this by breaking down one of my old Hinge lay reports from start to finish. Alright, so this conversation took place shortly after the pandemic started, I think like March or May 2020. Anyway, so I opened her on Hinge. You can see this chick is actually quite hot. I'm like, here is Am. And this was just a typo. Obviously, I didn't do that on purpose. And she's like, typo, question mark, lol. But of course, I didn't make a big deal of it. I'm just like, yeah, I guess my keyboard got a little excited. So again, whenever stuff like that happens, you don't want to be like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I made a typo. You just make a joke out of it, be playful. She's like, it happens to the best of us. And ironically, she has a typo too. To the best of us, case in point, I'm like, look at us. Too excited for proper grammar, so cute. And this is something I do all the time. I use the we frame. I refer to me and the girl as a single unit. Okay, so next, she's like, adorable. How's your week going so far? I'm like, pretty good. Been finishing up a lot of work. Perhaps you could be my distraction though. Another text I use a lot because it's flirty. She's like, I just finished working. Look like we might need each other more than we know, lol. I'm like, do you like wine? So I'm getting pretty decent investment. Now I'm gonna move things forward. No need to dilly-daddle. She's like, love it. I'm like, good, we should split a ball sometime soon. She's like, sure. I mean, I would like to try to get to know each other the old-fashioned way before I risk my life for you, question mark. I'm like, risk your life for me, lol. The Rona, murder beast, UFOs, who know what's out there. So again, pandemic. She's like, I was just joking. Maybe I'm not as funny as I think I am, lol. I'm like, well, I'm sure our love will keep us safe. Again, more we frame. So I do this a lot. She's like, I'm totally ready for an adventure. Long overdue. If we die, we die. My kind of girl. You feeling spontaneous tonight? So now that I got the soft close, now I'm going for the logistics. She's like, spontaneous, delirious, not sure, haven't slept in 2 days. I'm like, lol, by choice, or innovation is my drug of choice. I was working on a project and things just took off. I still feel like it's Monday. It probably won't be much fun at this point, but perhaps tomorrow we try again. So there's no point for me to push further for this night. So I'm just gonna agree to meet up with her the following night. I'm like, I do want you on your A game. All right, tomorrow night it is. Locking in the date. My A game, you don't want that. Trust me. Everyone gets along better with chill B-. Later, this turned out to be actually quite true because she's fucking intense. I'm like, I'm not everyone, text me. So what I'll do at this point is I'll either say, shoot me your number, or if I feel like the girl's really investment, I know she's gonna comply, I actually just give her my number, tell her to text me, because that further increases investment and compliance, right? But I won't do that unless I sense I know the girl's gonna text me. Like where the girls are lukewarm, I ask for their number. So she opens me with, what's up, New Jersey? I have some questions for you because my area code is from Jersey. I'm like, my favorite insomniac. So kind of using the inside joke. I live by my own rules. Speaking of living, do you live at, so here she just names my building. I'm like, C, do you? No, but I have a few friends that live there. Your balcony looked familiar. What floor? Small world. So here I tell her what floor I'm on. She's like, okay, close call. My ex lived there. I don't know if he's dead or alive and I don't care, but my friends that live there are always having awesome parties. I can invite you next time. I'm like, you must have a thing for the, again, naming my building guys. Then I guess it's your lucky day. Indeed, you live close by, I assume. Here she tells me her building. I'm like, that'll make our love even easier. Again, more we frame. I can see you from here, so romantic. Imagine if a guy said that. She's like, I don't know how it worked to get up from my bed to see you. I'm like, oh baby, I'll be watching you. Don't be shy. Just imagine how creepy that would be if a guy was saying that. Never, you're in for a great chill. She's like, can't wait. I sent her a winky face. You tucked into bed yet? I'm so cozy right now, waiting for the shutdown, but sounds like there's a party going on next door. Want me to read you a bedtime story? I would adore it. Perfect, I know just the book. What's it going to be, daddy? And here I start moving things forward a little bit and sexually escalating. 50 Shades of, and I throw in her name. So the thing with sexualizing, it's only creepy if you go from 0 to 100. If you're like, hey, how's your day going? She's like, good. Okay, cool. You want to suck this dick? Right? That's very like, like fucking massive jump. If you're doing it in a very smooth, progressive way, like I'm going to do it, the vast majority of times the girls are going to be cool with it. She's like, sounds like a noble winner to me. Yeah, just the amount of intrigue and kink. And she doesn't actually respond to that. So I just chill out, message her the next day with the Ryan Gosling meme. And if you guys want to find this, just type in, hey girl, happy, insert whatever day of the week you're looking for, Ryan Gosling on Google Images, and it will pop up. She's like, happy Thursday. I'm like, thanks, still good for tonight. Hi, I'm at the office right now, but your place going to be working late. Got a bunch to do. Rain check, question mark, you. So here I'm pushing a little bit harder because we already had plans. I'm like, why don't you swing by afterwards for a nice relaxing nightcap? That sounds amazing. I don't know how long I will be, probably pretty late. and I just don't say anything. And sometimes there's a lot of power in just not responding, because then the girl's like, whoa, am I losing this guy? And they might be motivated to chase. So sometimes I'll do that. I'll either won't respond or I'll just like one of their messages, right? That's also really powerful. She's like, still up, question mark, yes. FaceTime. So she asked me, and I guess I don't respond right away. She's like, or not, lol. I'm like, are you still at the office? Would it be weird if I just show up to strangers to get murdered? Yes, lol. Yeah, some girls are like really adamant about FaceTime. So here I FaceTime her, and I think the conversation was like 5 or 6 minutes long. It got sexual pretty fast. You know, we kind of established rapport again. This was like 2 years ago, so I'm a little fuzzy with the details, but I know it got sexual. I know we made plans for me to go over and visit her at her office and fuck the shit out of her at her office because no one was there. This was late at night. However, my phone died like near the very end of the conversation. So here she says, wow, just hung up on me mid-offer. I'm like, phone died, but I'm plugged in now. So here we FaceTime one more time. I think, again, we only talked for a minute or two just to lock down the plans. Also, I think I asked her for more photos because I didn't have her Instagram, and I don't want to be catfish. So typically I'll either get the girl's Instagram before the meetup or ask for more photos. Here she sends me photos, and she's got a rocking body. I do remember that. So here I send her a shirtless photo of me to help you get through the call, because I think she said she has like a marketing call with someone in China or something like that. She's like, that's not fair, lol. I hate you, lol, right now. Just wait until I get my lips on you. So again, building up the sexuality. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I know our short convos have no context, so this is extremely awkward for me to say. I don't want to disappoint you, but this isn't really going to go where it's sounding like right now, lol. I don't do the whole casual hookup situation. I'm not into it. So here she just did a complete 180 from the phone call we had. Because during the phone call, the FaceTime call, she was like ultra sexual, ultra down for me to come over and fuck her. And then 10 minutes later, she changed her mind. And that will happen. It's called anti-slut defense. Girls in the moment, right? They might be feeling really sexual, but then when they cool down a little bit and they start thinking about it, they're like, whoa, like, I don't want to be like a slut. It's like that type of like sexual shame that a lot of women have when they start overthinking, right? So you have to be able to turn this around and deal with this concern. I'm like, oh, you didn't strike me as the type who judges herself, right? So again, I'm reframing the whole thing to make it like, yo, okay, it's okay if you're judging yourself, right? But obviously no girl wants to admit to that, right? So that's kind of where the frame control comes in. I don't judge myself. On the contrary, I have my own belief system that isn't predicated by social norms. No big deal. Also, she's still kind of, not complying. I'm like, that's good. Are you concerned that this is going to be a one-night stand? So I'm just basically throwing darts at the dartboard, seeing what sticks. Not necessarily my last one-night stand lasted 2 years. Just unfulfilling feeling you get after having sex with someone you don't know and want them to leave as soon as possible. That irks me. It's like buyer's remorse. And I think she's being fully transparent. Yes, girls do get buyer's remorse when the sex is unfulfilling. So now I have to basically convince her that the sex is going to be fulfilling. There's going to be a fulfilling experience after all. I'm not going to make her feel cheap or used. Wait, what? No cuddles? Question mark. Look, why don't we just have a nightcap and see how the chemistry is? No expectations. So here I'm taking some of the pressure off. Like basically, I'm like, hey, listen, if we meet up, you don't have to fuck me if you don't feel comfortable, right? So I'm kind of removing some of the pressure, which is always good. She's like, almost done with the call, done. I don't doubt there would be chemistry. I find you attractive. I believe you find me attractive. I love cuddling. I like her message. I'm very affectionate, but I also know myself. And the fact that we've only really spoken for 5 minutes gives me a weird vibe. I'm open to getting to know each other a little more, but if you're not interested in that, totally okay to best be honest. So here I respond, yeah, I think we should. I prefer to get to know someone in real life rather than from behind a screen. Much more authentic that way. We can drink some wine, laugh, flirt, play with Rhaegar, my dog, that sort of thing. So here I'm recalibrating. So instead of making this like an explicit fuck date, which we had set up, I'm turning this more into a wine date, right? Which at the end of the day, both of those are the same exact thing, right? But it just makes the girl feel more comfortable knowing there's no explicit expectation of sex. I wholeheartedly agree. The impersonal courtship online really starts relationship at disadvantage. We're getting things that develop are way more satisfying. Oh crap, will I get arrested if I caught on the street right now? I was going to go home on my scooter, but I don't think I'm allowed to. So this is because we used to have a curfew, although no one really gave a shit about it. You're good, they lifted the curfew. I'm not that brave. Casting couch it is. Referring to a couch that she has at her office. I'm like, lol, you don't believe me? I do believe you, but I'm afraid of the scooter ride alone so late at night. It's a girl thing. We're programmed to fear murder and abduction at all times. Very true. Men aren't afraid to walk to their cars at night. We get attacked by weirdos. Also true sometimes. I'm like, haha, I know. If I was there to keep you safe with my wolf dog, it's getting kind of late now. Why don't we do tomorrow evening instead? I think at this point I just want to go to bed. She's like, good idea. Will you mind coming to my place? So here again, I generally prefer having the girl come to my place for many, many reasons. The biggest one of them is just me being simply lazy. Also, the girl's more invested when she's at your place. So generally speaking, I will try to get the girl to come to my place only when I have no other option and I think the girl's hot, worth it, will I then agree to go to her place. I'm like, the romantic balcony, Rhaegar's here though. She doesn't respond. So here I send her a really cute photo of Rhaegar. She does not respond to that. So I give it a few hours and I triple text her, would you feel more comfortable I come over instead, right? So here I'm just giving way a little bit. She's like, you look so sad. Yeah, you come here. I don't mind. Do you have dinner already? Sends me a photo of her, whatever, cooking. I just got home, going to have dinner and decompress for a bit. You can come over later if you want. I'm like, looks yummy, but yes, I ate already. Is your place dog friendly? Good, because I didn't wait. I guess I could make it dog friendly. I have carpets, lol. I'm like, Rhaegar's well behaved. He just gets separation anxiety. Was very true at the time. So when I rescued Rhaegar for the first year, he literally wouldn't let me out of his sight because I was the third owner Rhaegar had. So he had like massive separation anxiety. Still does to a much smaller extent. But back in those days, I literally could not leave him at home for more than like 20 minutes without him like flipping out. She's like, he's a baby. Nope, he's an adult, but he was a rescue. I guess I could just go there. He's a rescue pup, so am I. I'm like, yep, I'm his third owner. Very true. People are the worst. And yeah, I think that would be easiest. I can give you a ride home after. Can't I park there? Yep, you can. What are you doing? Waiting for my favorite Cuban to get there because she's Cuban. She's like, really? I'm like, yes. Okay, I'll be there in a little. You have wine? A bit. I'll probably grab some more, red or white. White. My kind of girl. Text me when on the way. Can we cuddle? See Chica. So here's just logistics. She's like, I'm here. I'm like, coming. C-U-M. I always do that because that's like a sexual frame. She's like, you didn't wait for me, so she's flirting back. And then, yeah, basically she comes over. I remember this one was actually pretty difficult. It took me like 2 hours to basically close because I remember when she got there, she just literally was talking nonstop. So she wasn't lying when she says most people don't like her on her A game because she was just going on massive monologues. And I would just sit there for half an hour without getting a word in, just kind of nodding and being like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, like literally could not get one word in. She was going massive monologues. When I would try to escalate, like as I would try to kiss her, she was still talking. So it's like I'm making out with the girl and she's like still going on a monologue. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this is fucking insane. Like this chick just like, I don't know, just loves the sound of her own voice. Eventually though, I was able to get her in the mood, got her back to my room. We hooked up. Was the sex worth it? I mean, this chick was hot, but going through the headache and her massive monologues, probably not. However, I think there's a lot we can learn from this interaction. So in that way, I guess it is worth it. I think you saw how to smoothly sexualize the conversation, right? How to deal when the girl changes her mind or gives you objection, gives you the I'm not that kind of girl, thing, how to reframe things and ultimately get the win. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable and show us some love like I always say by smashing the like button, hit subscribe, click the bell for notification, share this video with a friend. It really helps us with the algorithm and it allows us to keep making more content for you guys. If you guys want to see another dope play report, check out how to message the hot party girl or check out a general guide on how to make girls interested over text.